Hey everyone, Bryan here from Xact IT Solutions. I wanted to come at you with another video during Cybersecurity Awareness Month to highlight something that I talked about at the end of August in one of my previous YouTube videos, which I'll link in the description below. Before I get into that, if you watch this video and you're entertained or you like anything that you hear or see, please remember to hit the like button down below. And if you're so inclined, please hit the subscribe button as well. It helps us out with YouTube, and it also motivates us to put out more videos and better videos. And if you have any questions or comments about anything in these videos, please drop them below in the comment section. We'd be happy to answer any of those for you. And if you'd like to work with Xact IT Solutions in any way, help us out, or go over to our website. Check us out at xitx.com. So without further ado, I want to get into another large Philadelphia-based organization. If you remember, United Healthcare Services is a Philadelphia-based organization, and they were hit with ransomware last week. And we have another one that was hit recently as well. And this one's a little interesting. It's a clinical research company here in Philadelphia. And they were hit by a ransomware attack, and the company kicked out the old CEO because it's delaying COVID-19 work. So the article here goes on to say that clinical trial health tech firm eResearch Technology, ERT, is getting a new CEO. In the same week, a report by the New York Times said its work on COVID treatments was delayed due to a cyber attack. They have yet to put anything on their website about this cyber attack. Now the CEO is out. Now this brings up a point where I made on this channel on August 26th, I created a video that says CEO warning. The days of CEOs not being held responsible for lax cybersecurity are coming to an end. I'll link that video down below in the description, but it goes right along with what I said. It's CEOs are going to be fired if their companies are attacked. And, you know, that's not to say it's their fault, but they were ahead of the organization. And if it was determined that the CEO wasn't doing enough to protect the company, they're going to get fired. And quite frankly, we at Xact IT, we go into companies all the time, and they may think that they're doing cybersecurity well enough, but we usually find out that they're not. So this is only going to repeat itself over and over and over in the next several years to come, because cyber attacks are just increasingly at an alarming rate, and people need to be aware that this stuff is going on, and CEOs need to be aware that with the click of a mouse, their jobs could be over. So I'm going to go into this article a little bit more here. The Philadelphia company, which sells software for clinical trials and works on test treatments and a vaccine for COVID-19, was hit by a so-called ransomware attack that, according to New York Times, has slowed some of those trials over the past 2 weeks. The attack has not been reported by the company, and it is still not on the site. But according to the New York Times report, it began about 2 weeks ago when employees discovered that they were locked out of their data by ransomware, an attack that holds victims' data hostage until they pay to unlock it. The New York Times reports that the company took its systems offline that day, called an outside cybersecurity experts, and notified the FBI. It follows a string of ransomware attacks over the past few years in which attackers demand money to have a lock they've put on the systems reopened. And that's nothing news if you follow this channel or you watch my other videos. The New York Times reports that ERT told the newspaper clinical trials patients were never at risk, but customers said the attack forced trial researchers to track their patients with pen and paper, which caused minor delays to some of its work with partners on COVID. And it goes on to say who the partners were. They were IQVIA, CRO, AstraZeneca, Bristol Myers Squibb. Several days after the story broke, ERT said that the current CEO and President Jim Corrigan was stepping down, replaced immediately by Joe Ezor, most recently CEO of Conifer Health Solutions and previously leader of both Rackspace and Earthlink. Now, it's not clear whether these two events are linked or whether Corrigan was sacrificed for the attack after the news of it surfaced. He will, however, continue to support the company during the transition period, according to a statement. The company does not know who is behind the attack. Drew Bustos, ERT's vice president of marketing, said, "Nobody feels great about these experiences, but this has been contained." So here we are with another Philadelphia-based company in the healthcare industry, pharmaceutical industry, that was attacked. Unfortunately, this company was involved with COVID research, and it's causing a delay with that, which really sucks. The cyber criminals don't care who they target. If they can target you and make money, they're going to hit you. They may not hit you for millions of dollars, but they may hit you for tens of thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on your revenue. So it's really important that you guys are aware of this stuff. That's why we bring you these news stories and information to highlight that this stuff is real. It's happening every day. CEOs are losing their jobs. COVID drugs are being delayed from being developed and being moved further down the process for approval because of ransomware attacks. And these things are preventable. Let's make sure we're doing everything we can to prevent these attacks. And if you have any questions on what you should be doing, drop them in the comments below. And if you like anything that I said here today, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back tomorrow with more videos on cyber awareness, ransomware attacks, and cyber attacks. Take care, everyone.